For years, China has been the crown jewel of the global automotive market. With its enormous population, rapid urbanization, and growing middle class, the country attracted nearly every major foreign automaker hoping to claim a slice of the booming demand. Giants like Volkswagen, General Motors, Toyota, and BMW poured billions into joint ventures, local production, and dealership networks. However, recent shifts in both policy and market dynamics have led to an unexpected reversal. Foreign automakers are increasingly pulling back from or reconsidering their positions in China. One of the primary reasons behind this retreat is the aggressive rise of domestic Chinese electric vehicle EV manufacturers. Companies such as BYD, NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto have not only caught up in technology but are now leading in innovation and cost efficiency. These homegrown brands offer competitive models tailored to Chinese consumers' preferences, often at lower prices than their foreign counterparts. As EVs dominate the future of mobility, foreign automakers have struggled to keep pace with the speed and adaptability of their Chinese rivals. Geopolitical tensions have also played a significant role in reshaping the auto landscape. Trade disputes between China and Western countries, especially the United States, have created a climate of uncertainty. Sanctions, tariffs, and restrictions on technology transfers have complicated operations for foreign firms, making it riskier and less profitable to operate in the region. Additionally, governments in the West are beginning to re-emphasize domestic production and reshoring, further pulling investments away from China. Consumer sentiment in China has also shifted in favor of domestic brands. A rising wave of economic nationalism, coupled with skepticism towards Western companies, has altered buying behavior. Chinese consumers increasingly view domestic brands as symbols of innovation and national pride, whereas foreign brands are often seen as overpriced and out of touch with local needs. This cultural realignment has dealt a blow to once dominant names like Ford and Hyundai, whose sales have slumped dramatically. Moreover, the Chinese government has been actively promoting domestic innovation through subsidies and favorable policies directed at local companies. While foreign automakers initially benefited from joint venture requirement and market access deals, the balance has tilted. Now, state incentives are primarily geared toward bolstering homegrown EV champions, putting international firms at a competitive disadvantage unless they localize extensively or partner with Chinese firms on unequal terms. Firstly, thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell for more global finance uncovered. As we continue to work hard and around the clock to always deliver and improve on our content for you, we would greatly appreciate your additional support by you clicking the like button, notification bell, and subscribe button and joining our channel's growth.
Compounding these factors are increasing costs and regulatory hurdles for foreign companies. China's new data and cybersecurity laws require foreign firms to store sensitive user data locally and open themselves to government scrutiny. For many automakers with smart vehicles and connected services, this creates major compliance issues. Additionally, growing labor costs, supply chain disruptions, and inflationary pressures make China less attractive than it once was as a manufacturing hub. Some automakers have responded by drastically reducing their presence. Mitsubishi, for example, has withdrawn from the Chinese market entirely due to declining sales and persistent losses. Others, like Stellantis, have shifted strategies toward exporting to China rather than producing locally. Even companies that once dominated the market, like Volkswagen and GM, are seeing significant market share erosion as local brands surge ahead in both volume and innovation. This retreat does not signify a total collapse but rather a strategic realignment. Many foreign automakers are now prioritizing other emerging markets like Southeast Asia, India, and Latin America, where competition is less fierce and regulatory environments are more welcoming. These regions present opportunities for growth without the intense domestic competition and policy constraints found in China. Nonetheless, abandoning or reducing investment in China comes with consequences. The country remains the world's largest auto market by volume, and being absent means missing out on vast opportunities, especially in EV adoption and smart mobility technologies. The challenge for global automakers is to navigate this shifting landscape without losing relevance in a market that still influences global trends. In conclusion, the retreat of foreign automakers from China marks a significant turning point in the global automotive industry. What was once a gold rush has become a minefield of competition, regulation, and cultural complexity. While some firms may find renewed success elsewhere, others will need to adapt quickly to remain viable in a world where China is no longer just a market but a formidable competitor.
One underlying reason foreign automakers are losing ground in China is their slower transition to electrification. While many global brands focused on internal combustion engines or hybrid models, Chinese firms rapidly embraced full electrification, supported by a government eager to lead the global EV race. This head start allowed domestic players not only to flood the market with EVs but also to dominate the charging infrastructure, battery supply chains, and smart vehicle ecosystems, areas where foreign brands have yet to catch up. Another factor contributing to the foreign exodus is the maturation of China's auto consumers. In the early 2000s, foreign cars were prized for their reliability and prestige, but today's Chinese buyers are younger, tech-savvy, and more willing to experiment with new brands. They prioritize in-car tech, smart connectivity, and autonomous features, areas in which local companies, thanks to deep integration with Chinese tech giants like Huawei and Baidu, have excelled. As a result, foreign brands are now often seen as outdated in both style and software. Joint ventures, once a necessary entry point into China's market, have also become a liability. These partnerships, originally designed to foster knowledge transfer, have allowed Chinese companies to catch up technologically. In many cases, the domestic partners of joint ventures now possess the know-how and distribution networks to succeed independently. As restrictions ease on foreign ownership, the value of these partnerships has diminished, prompting several global firms to reconsider or unwind their existing arrangements. The ongoing transformation of China's industrial policy has only added to the foreign automakers' woes. Beijing's Made in China 2025 plan and its focus on achieving technological self-sufficiency means that preference is increasingly given to domestic champions. In this climate, foreign companies find themselves facing both market headwinds and political challenges, as China looks inward to fuel its economic and industrial growth. In addition, the Chinese government has been tightening regulations on emissions and fuel economy, disproportionately affecting legacy automakers with large portfolios of internal combustion vehicles. Compliance with these evolving standards requires expensive retrofitting or accelerated EV rollouts, which many foreign companies are not prepared for. Local firms, on the other hand, are nimbler and can meet new mandates more quickly, especially since many started as EV-first companies. Complicating matters further is the global economic environment. Currency fluctuations, supply chain disruptions, and post-pandemic inflation have strained the cost structures of global manufacturers. Producing and selling in China, once cost-effective, is becoming less viable compared to lower-cost alternatives in countries like Vietnam, Thailand, and Mexico. These markets are now becoming more attractive destinations for foreign investment, with fewer geopolitical complications and rising consumer demand. Foreign automakers are also contending with falling margins in China. A price war, especially in the EV sector, has led to cutthroat competition. Tesla's multiple price cuts in China forced both foreign and local manufacturers to follow suit, squeezing profits to unsustainable levels. Many Western firms, used to higher margin sales in North America and Europe, are finding it difficult to survive in a Chinese market where volume often trumps profitability. The rise of digital retail and direct-to-consumer sales models in China also plays a role in foreign automakers' struggles. Traditional dealership networks favored by legacy brands are increasingly being bypassed by domestic EV firms offering app-based sales, home delivery, and integrated after-sales service. This shift has disrupted the old model and left foreign automakers with heavy infrastructure that doesn't resonate with modern Chinese buyers. Furthermore, recent scandals and missteps by foreign brands have tarnished their image. Public relations blunders, perceived disrespect for Chinese consumers, or failure to adapt advertising strategies have sparked backlash online and in the media. In an era of heightened sensitivity and social media influence, such missteps can quickly damage a brand's reputation and sales performance. Finally, the long-term implications of this retreat are profound. China is no longer just a market, it is a trendsetter and innovator in global automotive technology. By stepping back, foreign automakers risk losing not only sales but also relevance in shaping the future of mobility. The shift signifies not just an economic decision, but a strategic repositioning that may define which companies thrive or fall behind in the next phase of the global auto industry.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash that subscribe, like, and notification bell for more global finance uncovered.